Hi everyone. So I'd like to talk about the results of the HSG. I had it today. Right? So what happened was, when they were trying to push the contrast or the dye up into the fallopian tube that still is there, they were not able to. So they saw my fallopian tube that is no more, right? Because I don't have a fallopian tube. And then my other fallopian tube that should be there, that is there, it pushed up a little further. So you can see where it stopped on the one that I no longer have, right? It stopped before the fallopian tube. And this other one that actually does exist, it passed a little bit, but it stopped, right? And it did the same thing when they were trying to do at the VA a couple years ago. Now, he said that I should get back with, and this is, mind you, this is a doctor that performed it, right? But he wasn't my fertility doctor. So he said, you need to go and talk to your fertility doctor, your OBGYN, about it and see what your options are. So basically, he was telling me that, basically everything that my fertility doctor said, he kind of, pretty much reiterated, right? He said that my fallopian tube could be damaged. It doesn't go through, so it could be damaged. Or what my fertility doctor also said, and he said it also, was that the fallopian tube is a muscle, right? And it might be contracting, and that's what muscle do, right? So they contract. So that could be the case where it's contracting, and there's nothing that comes through the tube, right? So he said that there is, if it is indeed, you know, scarred because of the C-section that I had, there is a procedure that they can do to fix, to repair the scarring. They also have a procedure where they can open it if it is that instead of it being scarred, it is just contracting. But the chances of my fallopian tube tightening back up is quite high, right? Now, if I have scar repair on my tube, I have a very high chance of having another ectopic. And I don't think I really want to go through that. Now, if it is that it's, either way, it's not open. So in order for them to assess what it is, they would have to surgically go in and see. The problem with that is if they don't, I will not be a candidate for IUI. I will be a candidate for IVF. So, and I think most likely that's gonna be my only option. And I don't want that to happen to where I have my fallopian tube, like repaired or whatnot, and then I get pregnant, and then it's an ectopic, and then I lose the tube and possibly lose the ovary. So then IVF would be the only option anyway. I'm risking my life. I'm in Georgia, first of all, which I don't feel, let's just say I don't feel confident that I'll even have the procedure that I need to have, even if I have an ectopic, and I'm risking my life as it is. Like, if I have an ectopic and they can't remove it in time, I mean, it literally almost, like, it ruptured last time I had my ectopic. It is a very dangerous situation to put me into, to actually say, oh, can't, because you're not like in imminent danger of, just in imminent danger, as I'm risking my life, literally. I'm putting my life on the line, and what can happen is quite likely, and I'm just really worried. Basically, I'm opening that tube and having a chance of that tube messing up, right? And I could lose my ovary, and if IVF is my only option, it wouldn't be, it would be a donor egg that would have to be involved in order for me to be pregnant, right? But the idea that I'm going to go through with possibility of a tubal pregnancy and Georgia putting me at risk, you know, it is very high. I have 3 children. I just because a couple of them are either fully grown or almost fully grown doesn't mean anything. I have a 20-year-old, I have a 17-year-old, but I do also have a 2-year-old, right? And I'm definitely not in the mood to feel like I'm gonna be flagrant with my life, with my health, and this whole political shift. It really is putting women like me in danger, right? And it's sad that it has to be this way, because some people think that ectopic pregnancies, and you risk your life. Even if I felt none of that, if I felt like I was confident that once they detected it, they would remove it, I still put my life at risk. I mean, they literally rushed me into the OR when I had my last one. They had to remove my ovary too, because my ovary was bleeding. Like, it was bleeding into it. It was ruptured, right? So they told me that it was just, the tube was infected, and it was just bad. And they told me every second matters. We want to save your life, right? And to feel that added pressure from a state that is conservative, that thinks that they are saving an embryo or a fetus, most likely with ectopic pregnancies, it will not become a fetus. I was actually into my 8th week, which actually is an embryo at the time. I was into my 8th week when they saw the ectopic pregnancy. And after they detected it, of course, it had a heartbeat, right? And that's one thing that they are going after. And Georgia has a 6-week heartbeat law. And as you can imagine, what that would happen if they saw it, even saw it, that it's ectopic. It wouldn't matter. Or at least I feel like it wouldn't matter long enough to pretty much, you know, put myself into a grave danger. And that's pretty sad, and I want to have another child. That's the sad part about it. And this HSG didn't give me good results.